Hello, it's the 24th of March and I'm just sitting out in the garden enjoying it. There's always something to do in a garden, but I think it's really important to spend a lot of the time just sitting, relaxing and enjoying it all. And this is a particularly nice time of year. Having said that, of course, in a garden almost any time of the year is a particularly nice time, but it's a nice warm spring day and the garden there's not a huge amount of things to see, but everything is getting ready to go, everything's getting ready to get into action for the year, and so I think that anticipation makes it a very special time. Now, why don't we have a look around the garden?
We've been given some advance warning of the forthcoming activity by the daffodils. These are coming up around the pond. In this video I'm going to make reference to other videos that I've done that are relevant to things that we're looking at. All the links to those are below. Here are the leaves forming on the blackberries. Have a look towards the end of my video number 12 where I talk about pruning blackberries to get them to look like this. Here are the tulips putting up their leaves. There's the frame for the grapes. I talked about the winter pruning of grapevines in my video number 9. The black tarpaulin on the right covers a dahlia bed. My video number 31 covers overwintering of dahlias. I won't be taking the cover off until the frosts have passed. Here are the camellias. This one is called R.L. Wheeler. This one is a Les Jury. The hyacinths are a new addition this year. I planted them in the autumn and they're providing some extra spring colour. The snowdrops have come and gone, but the primrose is just coming to its best. Here are the sweet peas that I talked about in my videos 1 and 5, and I detailed the planting of these in video 47. Fruit trees are just started to come into bud. Here's the beginning of the blossom on the Victoria plum. My video number 10 goes into the winter pruning of fruit trees. Here's another nice showing of daffodils. There's a lot of blossom on the blueberries. See my video number 12 for the spring pruning of soft fruit. In the background you can just about see the new raised bed and new summer raspberries that I talked about in video 23. Quite a few leeks left. Time to start making more soup and giving more away. The pulmonaria or lungwort is flowering nicely. This is the Begonia. It's a variety called Baby Doll. The onions I planted in video 46 are starting to sprout. This is the new raised bed that I'll be using for cucumbers and squashes this year. Here are the sections of Stockbridge Arrow rhubarb that I replanted in the autumn after a long overdue dividing of my existing rhubarb plant. I explained about the division of rhubarb in video 45. Here's some parsley that made it through the winter. I talked about planting parsley in video 20. I've dug out a compost bin into this raised bed. The new raised beds that I made for the summer raspberries, the cucumbers and the squashes took quite a bit of soil. This bed is now full again, ready for a courgette and also to supply the garden compost as needed. In the greenhouse, the Mange 2 seedlings are coming on. I demonstrated the sowing of those in my video 17. Here also are the tomato seedlings. I'm growing 14 varieties of heritage tomatoes from seed this year. I've recorded details of the planting and germination process, but I'll incorporate that in a later video. Although there's not a huge amount to see at the moment, the great thing about this time of year is a sense of expectation. It's all ready to go. It's one of those times of year when I feel that I've caught up with a garden. It's not rushing ahead of me with me playing catch up. And finally, a new addition that I began to plant up today. Left to right we have lemon thyme, rosemary, sage, lavender, chives transplanted from the other end of the garden, and mint transplanted from the other end of the garden. More about all of those and the other herbs that will be joining them in a later video.
Thanks for joining me today. I want to just finish off with a few still photographs of the highlights of recent times. As ever, I've labelled those photographs, so if you see a particular plant that you'd like in your garden, you know what to ask for.